Hey guys, what is up? Shin0555. Actually making a top 10 list. I don't plan on making a lot of these. Mainly because I don't want my channel being like a whole bunch of stuff, but I did want to make at least one top 10 video. I've been actually watching a lot of them, and I decided to make my own. As you can read from the title, this is my top 10 favorite Sonic games of all time. If you don't know anything about me, I'm a huge Sonic fan. I love the little blue hedgehog. And honestly, he's just one of my favorite video game characters. And if you don't really want to watch this video, like don't want to watch the whole, it might get lengthy, I don't know how long it's going to be. But if you just want to see the top 10 list and don't care, just want to see what order they're in, I wrote all the top 10 in the description. So if you don't even want to watch this video and just look at the list, it's down there. But if you want the justification and reasoning behind why I put the games on the list in the order that I did, I'm afraid you're going to actually have to watch the video. So anyway, without further ado, let's start the top 10, my Shin0555's top 10 favorite Sonic games. Okay, number 10. Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. Honestly, this was a really big improvement over the first Sonic Riders game. It was just, it made everything faster. They actually added a zero gravity mechanic, hence the title Zero Gravity, where literally you can almost stop time. What you do is stop gravity, and then you can actually do 90-degree turns. And stopping the gravity, you could also like run on ride on walls. And each character can actually kind of fly, which was a really cool mechanic where you literally just get off your board, your bracelet that each one of these characters have starts to glow, and you just shoot forward. It was actually really cool. I enjoyed playing this game. It was a lot bigger. It improved a lot on the first one, which I enjoyed this very much. It was a very good racing game. The only problem this one lacked was I don't think it had as many stages as the first one did. Or it didn't have as many unlockable stages as the first one did, which was kind of a bummer, but still it had very, very nice. But still the stages in the game are very nice and very detailed, and there's a lot of routes you can go, a lot of shortcuts you can take. And a lot of the racers, and there's a lot more racers in this game, and you get to play as like Silver, Billy Hatcher, you get to play as Eggman, even like the robot, the bad guy robots in the story mode. So honestly, what it lacked in like stages, it made up in characters, and the stages themselves are very, very good. So yeah, it's definitely a great racing game. It's definitely better than the first one. Not saying that the first one's bad, but this one just improves upon it. So yeah, definitely. Sonic Riders took the 10th place in my top 10 list. Alright guys, number 9. Sonic Gem Collection. Originally I didn't want to put a collections game on this list, mainly because it's a little unfair, because it's like multiple games in one. But I decided to put Sonic Gem Collection on, because I would put each one of the games that it has on the left on my list. I would put Sonic CD, Sonic the Fighters, and Sonic R on this list. Mainly because I love each of these three games the best, even though there's more games on this collections. I'm just talking about these three. Sonic CD is actually my favorite classic Sonic game. Just because it's the fastest, it's the... Oh, excuse me. And it's really fast. It actually introduced Metal Sonic and Amy, which are some great characters in the Sonic universe. And I just love the level design and the figure 8 move, which I really do wish they brought back, or his super peel out. Honestly, it made him go really, really fast, and it was way better than the spin dash. So I really wish they brought back that little mechanic. But it's original to Sonic CD, and I honestly love Sonic CD, and it's just a great game. Sonic the Fighters, it's actually a pretty decent fighting game. It was actually made for an arcade. and in Japan, and in Sonic Gem Collections we actually got to play it, which honestly I really, really like it. I like 3D fighters much more than 2D fighters. So, Sonic the Fighters was just a great fighting game. And you gotta pick all your favorite Sonic characters. And it had Bean in it. Bean. That's the only game he was ever in. And that's why Sonic the Fighters is such a great game. It had Bean. Look him up. You probably don't know who he is. It was just a really fun game. It was very cartoony. Like, when you hit someone, their head got, like, flat. Or when you, like, knock someone, like, they stretched onto the other side of the room, or the stage. It was just a really fun, goofy, cartoony fighter, and I enjoyed playing it. And Sonic R, I know Sonic R, a lot of people didn't like this game, because it kind of felt weird. But, I definitely liked it. I don't know, I just thought it had a little charm to it. I like the character roster. You actually gotta play as Metal Sonic, Tails Doll, Robot Knuckles, and that egg robot in Sonic 3. And the tracks were decent. A lot of them were glitchy, and most of the tracks you kind of just jump through. You, like, just jump and skip huge parts of the level. But even though, I still like the game. I still enjoyed playing it, and it was very fun. So, yeah, Sonic Gems is at 9th place, mainly because I like all three of these games. So definitely check it out. It is a treasure chest of rare games. Okay, guys, let's move on. Number 8. Sonic Rush Adventures. I like this game. It's for the DS. Well, you can actually I'm actually looking at this file, and it's like IGN Extras. It says download to PSP. That would be awesome if I didn't do that. I'm actually going to look into that. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Anyway, Sonic Rush Adventures. It was the sequel to Sonic Rush for the Nintendo DS. Honestly, it went back to like the 2D Sonic, classic Sonic games. But it brought a mechanic that's used in a whole bunch of other games now. Which is the burst. That's where Sonic gets like the blue aura and runs extremely fast. Fast enough just to, like, run through enemies. So, yes, it actually brought that mechanic into the Sonic universe. And plus, it was basically, it just went back to its roots. It was a classic 2D Sonic level design. You got the burst, you gotta do tricks, like when you went off springs and stuff. And it had a great story. And this is one of the few DS games that actually had real cutscenes in them. Like, actual, like, moving figures, and the character models were actually great for a DS game. And, it had a cool last supersonic boss fight. And you rode on jet skis and other boats. So, it's Sonic on a jet ski. What's not to like about this game? Yeah, and it honestly had pretty good replay value as well. There's a bunch of missions you could do. So, overall, it was a great Sonic game. Definitely, it gets props for being a handheld. So, it was a great Sonic game on the go. You guys should definitely check it out if you haven't already. It's just a really, really nice game. Okay, guys. Number 7. Sonic Unleashed. I know a lot of people don't like this game, mainly because of the Hedgehog all the way on the right. But, I personally love this game. The daytime stages were wonderful. Honestly, I like the daytime stages in Unleashed better than Colors. Mainly because they gave you more freedom. In Unleashed, you could sidestep whenever you want. You can drift whenever you want. There's no restrictions on it. When you played Colors, you could only drift during a drifting segment. You could only sidestep during a sidestep segment. And I kind of felt like, oh, the game was holding my hand while I was playing it. Even though I do like Colors, I like Sonic Unleashed more than Colors. So, that's why I put it over, because it was a debate between Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors, and I ended up liking Sonic Unleashed more. And I like the, Hedgehog. I like beat-em-ups. I thought it was a very cleverly done beat-em-up, because if you played with the nunchuck or in the Wiimote, mainly because I only had this game on the Wii, by the way. You actually had to shake the right one to use your right, to do like a right hook, and shake the left one to do a left hook. And the different combos were shaking the Wiimote and the nunchuck in different ways. So I thought that was a clever way of doing it. It was kind of like Wii boxing, almost. The only problems I had with this game was it was kind of a little motion control heavy. So you might enjoy this game a little bit more if you played with the GameCube controller. Other than that, this game was just really, really good, and it just got underscored massively. I enjoyed the Hedgehog, I enjoyed beat 'em ups, and I really enjoyed the daytime stages. And the last boss fight was great. It was divided very well. There's 3 main sections. You box with a giant pyramid robot thing, and you fought a giant lizard demon monster. Then you actually got to play as Sonic, and then you got to play as Super Sonic. So it had everything. This game was great. It was definitely underlooked, and I really, really do like this game. I think if you played this game and you didn't like it, I'd say give it another chance. Or if you haven't played this game, definitely check it out. See what you think. It's a very good game, especially if you like beat 'em ups. So, okay guys, let's move on to the next one. Number 6. There's actually a 6 in there. You can pause it and try to find it. Sonic 2. I thought I should put a classic Sonic game in, mainly because, I'm more of a modern Sonic fan, but I do enjoy the old classic Sonic games. But, Sonic 2, I definitely want to put on this list. I didn't put Sonic 1 on. I put 2 above it, mainly because I kind of consider Sonic 1, Sonic 2 kind of the same game. Because you basically do the same thing, and all the classic Sonic games are really similar. But I enjoyed playing 2 over Sonic 1 and Sonic 3, mainly because you just went faster in this game. You actually were able to do the spin dash. I enjoyed the bosses. I thought they were very cleverly done. I love the level designs, and it's just, each time I play Sonic 2, it's just, I enjoy it so much. Honestly, it's my favorite out of Sonic 1, 2, and 3. Sonic 2, definitely, and I like how they introduced Tails, who is immortal in the classic games. But I really, really did enjoy Sonic 2. It was just good level design. It's just everything a classic Sonic game should be. And I enjoyed it. Okay guys, I have nothing else more to say. It's just really good. If you haven't played Sonic 2, definitely give it a chance. Number 5. Shadow the Hedgehog. Technically, I know this is a Shadow game, but I kind of consider it a Sonic game too. But I really, really enjoyed this game. I don't understand why it got so much crap for just trying to be original, trying to separate itself from other Sonic games. It got so much crap for this. Mainly because a lot of people complain about the weapons. They're like, oh, Sonic games shouldn't have guns, blah 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 blah. Honestly, I actually did enjoy the guns. You didn't really have to use them in the levels. You could just homing attack on the guys, and that'll kill them. But, I did enjoy the level design. I thought it was very good. It was very reminiscent of Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Adventure, because they kind of used the same game engine, and Sonic Heroes, because they used the same game engine in this game, and I thought it played very well. I like the multiple endings and multiple story modes that you could do. I like how it wasn't just, do you want to play the good side, do you want to play the bad side? The story and the outcome actually depended on what missions you did. So it wasn't like, oh, I gotta pick the hero story, and you just do the hero stuff. Or I pick the evil side and do the evil stuff, or the neutral side. I just really, really enjoyed this game. I liked how they did it. I like how they pulled it off. It does obviously have some flaws in it. But honestly, I think there's more positive in this game than negative. So, I definitely say check it out. I say give it another try if you played it. Play it again. Just try to give it another try. See what you think. Honestly, I actually really enjoyed this game a lot. And it had a decent 2-player mode. because Sonic games usually have a really bad 2-player mode. This one was actually kind of decent. It was actually kind of fun to play. It wasn't the best part about the game, but it definitely was fun to play. Alright guys, that's all I have to say about that. Number 4. Sonic the Black Knights. Again, this game got a whole bunch of crap for the same reason Shadow the Hedgehog got crap. Only because Sonic gets to use a weapon. He gotta use a sword. And honestly, I love this game. I actually made a Let's Play about this game. Because it's just so good. It's really underrated. I enjoyed the sword play. I like how they incorporated it in the Sonic. Because it kind of feels like it's natural. Like you're running and then you swing and then you jump, do the homing attack, then swing. And you do like a little homing attack sword combo. Honestly, it's just really, really fun. And I think people just didn't like it. Because this is either a love or hate game. I honestly loved it. But, I really enjoyed the sword mechanic. I thought they did it very well. I like this soul burst, whatever it's called. That was a cool feature. The boss fights were really cool because it was actually, you had to study their attack. And, like, look for openings, which I love boss fights like that. And, it was just, I had so much fun playing this game. And that's why I put it such on a high place on my list. Because I just love it. And plus, I love swords, I love knights, I love the story of King Arthur separately, like the actual story. And I love how they just put Sonic in it. So, it's honestly just a great game. Very underrated, underscored. And I honestly think you guys should check it out if you haven't played it already. Or if you don't want to check it out, I have a Let's Play on it. So, go check that out. Okay guys, that's all I need to say about this. This game is amazing. Go play it. Number 3. Sonic Chronicles and the Dark Brotherhood. You guys probably never heard about this game. Basically what it is a Sonic game for the Nintendo DS. And it's an RPG. So it's like a Sonic RPG. It's the first and only Sonic RPG ever made. And it was made by BioWare. So Sega, and they let BioWare actually make the game. Because BioWare is known for making good RPGs. And honestly, this game is amazing. It has a very strong turn-based element. The combat is really fun and fast-paced. When you want to do like a special move, you have to do like a little quick time event where you touch the screen or do some different commands. It's all played with the touchscreen. You hardly ever use the buttons at all. It had a very, very good storyline. It had a storyline that's very similar to like the Sonic Archie comics. Where it was very thought out, it was very detailed, and it was very, very, very good, especially for a Sonic game. This game had an excellent story. It incorporated a lot of characters. There was Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, Amy, Shadow, Rouge, and even more characters besides that. So, even the Chaotix come back, except SVO. But, honestly, it's a very, very good RPG. If you're a Sonic fan, and you want a new Sonic game they probably never played, I'm just saying that because this game was very underrated. Like, not a lot of people know about this, this game, but it's actually very, very good. So, it's a very strong RPG. It's honestly a wonderful RPG. I had a bunch of fun playing it. But the only really flaw on this, it has a really easy last boss fight. Like, it's almost like, you're like, really? That was it? Because you kill him in like 2 seconds. But, honestly, it's a very good game. It has a couple plot twists in it. It has a very strong story. And it's honestly a great RPG. Please check it out. Okay, let's move on to the list. Number 2. Sonic Advanced. I love this game. This is my favorite 2D Sonic game. And it's Sonic Advanced 1. I'm not talking about Sonic Advanced 3 or 2. Sonic Advanced 1. my favorite Sonic, my favorite 2D Sonic game. It is so good. I can't even make words to describe how much I love this game. Honestly, I think this is the Sonic game with the most charm to it. The level design was made for Sonic the Hedgehog. Because I feel a lot of the problems with like 2D games, with the 2D Sonic games, especially like Sonic 3 and like games where they have Knuckles and Tails, they make it, they make the level where if you play as Sonic harder. In this game, like it feels like each level was made with Sonic, and then when you play it with like Knuckles or Tails, it's a lot easier, but it feels like when you play as Sonic, that's the way you're supposed to be playing the game. It had a really good set of characters where each character felt different. Sonic felt amazing. Tails was really easy because you could just fly over everything. Knuckles was easy, but not as easy as Tails because you didn't have such a good flight. And Amy was just hard mode. It was not easy playing as Amy. The bosses were fun and original. It was just good. And it had a Chow Garden in it, which you could connect to Sonic Adventure DX and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. So you got a Chow Garden, which is amazing. So you got Chow Garden on the go, and you got, and it had a really fun special stage, because you get a, like, space snowboard. I don't know how that works. And just as, if you don't know, I actually do make sprite films on my free time, like little sprite animations, and Sonic Advance 1 has the best Sonic sprites ever. Ever. They're so good and so well detailed. I love it. And Sonic Advance 1 is my favorite out of the three. It just had a nice charm to it. I love the part where you fought Robot Knuckles. And I love the part where, I love the opening to like the second stage, where it's like spotlights and you just slide down. It's just amazing. It is amazing. And it has a really cool Supersonic boss fight, where you fight it on the moon. The moon. That's right. Alright guys, definitely check this game out. It is so wonderful. Alright guys, now for number 1. The best Sonic game, in my opinion, ever made in the history of ever is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Honestly, I've seen this game on a lot of top 10 lists, which it should be, but it's rarely, oh, excuse me again. It's rarely number 1. I don't understand why. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is the best Sonic game ever made. It has the best controls. It has the best story mode. It has the best Chow Garden. All the levels are fun. It had nice variety with Eggman and Knuckles. I know some people didn't like Tails or Eggman stages. I know some people didn't like the Knuckles or Rouge stages. I happen to like all three of them. I thought it was a very well-balanced game, and it was just very, very good. Honestly, I can't describe how much I love this game. This game made me just love Sonic the Hedgehog and just be a really big Sonic fan. This is actually, I think, one of the first Sonic games I ever played, too. And it's just so wonderful. The levels are amazing, especially the Sonic and Shadow levels. Each one is great. The kart racing is wonderful. The Chow racing and karate is just fun to play. It had a great 2-player mode. It had, and raising your Chow was really easy in this game. A lot easier than Sonic Adventure 1, mainly because they had the Chaos Drives, so you could boost your Chow's stats without making them look like some mutant half-breed elephant giraffe animal. You could actually keep them as a normal, cute little Chow. And it was just so good. This is the best Sonic game of all time. Hands down. It's just so wonderful. And I'm happy that it's on the PlayStation Network and Xbox Live now. So now that even more people get to play it and experience how good of a game this is. Okay, guys, anyway, I'm done talking about my favorite Sonic games. If you have any questions about why I put stuff on the list, or if you want me to explain something more, please write in the comments. If you have a top 10 list of yourself, make a video response, or write your top 10 Sonic games in the comments. And if you have any questions or anything, just feel free to write it. I will write you back. And tell me what you guys think. So, I'm Shin0525. This is my first top 10 on my favorite Sonic games. So, yeah. That's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And see you next time. Bye-bye.